Hello, everyone. Welcome to Weigh In Wednesday. This is going to be week 9, I believe, of weigh ins. So, feh. The week was, well, it was what it was. I was not feeling quite so hot this week, physically for 3 or 4 days, and mentally for probably 3 or 4 days as well. So, I was putting minimal effort into most of my activities, and I would say diet and exercise probably falls in there as well. So, eating. Um, Most of the days it was okay. I wouldn't say it was great. The quality of the food I ate was really hit or miss. I put about a 5 pound dent in that 10 pound sack of potatoes I bought last week. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to buy that many because it's very tempting to eat like one or two a day. Uh, Everything in moderation. I don't know if like a fifth of my diet should be potatoes. So we'll see about maybe taking that back a little bit this week. Um, Other things that kind of went with the diet on Friday. I came home from work early. I was just not feeling myself at all. Mind, body, none of it was doing well. Came home, laid down for a while, and I'd asked Mark. I said, you know what, I just bring me home something from the restaurant, something good. And he works at an Italian place. It's like a family-owned restaurant. But he brought home what was like essentially like an Olive Garden-looking tour of Italy. Had a little of this, a little of that, a little of that, and I pretty much just said fuck it, and I just ate the whole thing. Um, it made me feel better for a little while, and then I went to bed. Now I woke up with like heartburn and guilt and some of that stuff. In the long scheme of things, in a year, will I remember that one day I overate sometime in 2017? Probably not. No. So, but for where I'm at and what I'm trying to do for my goals, it was a little bit of maybe a setback. So, whatever. Exercise, I think I walked one day, and even that was I kind of had to push myself to do. So, um, as to the scale, I got on last week and I was just below 215, so we called it 215. And I got on now and it was hovering. It was, my scale was going like as low as like 214 and then as high as 216. It was going back and forth, back and forth. So, I'm going to call it a maintenance week and just say, and round it back and say 215. So I'll just say, stay the same. Okay, so it is what it is. Plateaus happen. It's not like I was going hardcore with the fast and the diet and doing some extra exercise and really putting 100% into it. So since I didn't put 100% in, it's really not surprising I didn't get 100% back. So, expectations, I didn't have very high ones, and that's about what happened. So I can live with that. Now, having said that, the scale is not the sun and moon. There were some really good non-scale victories that happened. This is the least I've weighed since 2009. That 2009, a lot of stuff happened in 2009 for me. If you've checked out my video, which I think the suggestion comes up towards the end of this, how did I get so fat? I mentioned in there that in 2009 I was diagnosed with bipolar 1. And one of the things I choose to do to help manage that is take some psychiatric medications. I've taken them off and on and in different cocktails, and they've helped me get well when I've been on the good stuff, the right stuff. And a lot of the side effects can be weight gain. So it was around that time that some other factors were coming in aside from just emotional overeating and just gluttony in general. I like to eat, and so I would do it a lot, and then I got fat from it. But there was other stuff going on at that time, so I started to get heavier and heavier. So this is the lowest I've weighed since then, having to negotiate life and diet choices with artificial hunger from the medications, maybe metabolism slowing down, things like that. So that's kind of a big deal. I can probably fit right now, next scale victory, into almost everything in my closet. Because again, since 2009, I've had to buy bigger clothes. I didn't keep small clothes like I had, like the small jeans, the small t-shirts, like anything like a 36 and under. I haven't fit into in like 8 years. So I gave it away or threw it away. I wasn't going to keep it to torture myself. I figured, well, I'm just going to be a bigger person from now on. So I can fit into everything I have, which means if I continue to go on this way, I'm going to have to buy some new clothes in a smaller size, which is going to be cool. Um, and the last non-scale victory, uh, Mark is now going to jump onto the bandwagon and he's going to try to make some healthier choices. He asked me for a little bit of help in putting together some meals and some healthy foods and prepare those for him so he can work some healthy stuff into his diet. So I'd call that a non-scale victory because, of course, I'd want him to eat a little bit better than he does. He's in good health. You know, he's in better shape, I think, than I am, and takes pretty good care of himself. But he wants to improve his diet. He eats a lot of processed food. He works around food all day. He doesn't want to cook when he gets home. So I'm going to do some of that scratch type cooking for him and get some stuff together. So I'd call that a victory also. So that's the week for what it was. It was a maintenance week. There's worse things that could happen. Even if I gained, there's worse things that could happen. So thanks for tuning in. Again, if you get a chance, check out my video, How Did I Get So Fat? For a little more detailed information about what I had mentioned earlier about mental health concerns and other issues that can lead to some specific factors that can factor into being overweight or obese, and some of the ones that factored into how my journey even had to start and how I had gotten so overweight to begin with, aside from the obvious of, you know, food is good, I eat a lot of it, and then I got big. There's some other stuff that goes into it as well. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week. I didn't get a second video out this week. Maybe I will for the week coming up. But like, subscribe, share, and I will see y'all soon.